Hey folks, Sandamtod here, back at this son bitch. Haven't been here in a while. Thought we'd go in and check it out, see what they got, see if they got anything worth getting. $15 for loose cart Mario 3. A little pricey for my blood. Black GameCube, $25. Sega Dreamcast, $40. I've gotten them for $20 up here before. $45 PS2. $200 PS3. Slim. Wii down there. $45. $45 NES. At least it's got all the hookups. $7 for Skater Die 2. I don't see anything especially rare there. Life Force, WrestleMania Wheel of Fortune, Perfect Fit, Super Mario 2, Turtles, Super Mario 3, Turtles 3. Off-brand light gun for the NES. Anyway, they got quite a few games up here in the front and the thing in the display case, but they're usually not much of a bargain, so this just looks like wrought iron stuff. Anyway, I'll talk to you at the house. These are just random pickups. I'll try to go over them as I pull them out of the bag. I just kind of it's kind of a mishmash. It's not really a lot of video games. It is a few, but they're mainly this gen and stuff. I have really searched high and low lately for retro stuff that's worth buying. I mean, you'll have seen up at the front here. I put a little flea mart footage, and people are charging $10, $12 for loose, $15 for loose cart Mario Brothers, and, things like that. I mean, even the like triple cart, they wanted like $12 or $15 for it or something. I mean, it was like ridiculous. And that dude at the flea mart is gone. The one that I used to call Duder, that always had all his shit in there. He had so much of it, I don't think he was selling any of it, because he always had it marked so high. So it looked like he finally pulled his booth out of there. So that's kind of sad, but I wasn't really buying from him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It was just kind of fun to see what he had in there, but it was usually the same stuff and a little bit more. So Duder's gone, but I did my my Laserdisc guy put out some new Laserdiscs for $2 a piece. I ended up picking up about a half dozen Laserdiscs, so we're gonna throw those in with this and do a big fat pickups video. So let's see where we're gonna start here. Some of this is like Walmart goodies, and some of it because it's movies and stuff, and some of it's pawn shop stuff. And some of it's actually Kmart, so Walmart, Kmart, and the pawn shop, and then the flea mart. So let me get together what we trying to remember here. Okay, drop it on the floor. That's good. Let's see. Way to organize it beforehand, Adam. Let's see. Okay, we got it. I think we got it. First off, we'll do the pawn shoppy, because that's what I remember, at least I think is the oldest. The old pawn shoppy. Went around, didn't find any at one location, but then found all of this at the other location. And I'll try to recall prices, but I'm not really sure because I already peeled the stickers off some of these. Okay. Anyway, I had picked up the third one in the series a while back, and I decided I wanted the other two. They're exclusive to PS3. But I'm just one of those people that likes to start at the beginning, if there is a beginning, that's worth starting at. And I think all of these I'd heard good things about, so I went ahead and picked up the second one. This was $9.99. It did have the instructions and everything, but I didn't really realize it when I was buying it. Well, let's go ahead and show it. Uncharted 2 for $9.99 at the pawn shop. It was in, the case was in a little rough shape, and the instruction booklet is intact, but, well, sort of. The cover had ripped loose from the staples. So right where the staples go into the instruction booklet, it's a little bit worked to where you can't really fix it. But the instruction booklet is in it, and it did have the game and everything. And they've been real good lately at the pawn shop about the quality of the games they've been kind of taking into account. The quality and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it was $9.99. It might have been $8.99, but I know it wasn't more than $9.99. And what I did, because that case was kind of worked, you'll see here, is I swapped it out. They have a shit ton of these up at the pawn shop, and they sell them for 99 cents a piece because you got to have the move thing and everything. But it's this Sports Champions, and they sell them for like 99 cents. It is complete. I don't have a move, but I bought it for 99 cents just for the damn case, because this case had stickers and shit. I actually think I swapped out the Uncharted case for this case, and then I realized that this case that I had taken off the Uncharted was in better shape than the Bionic Commando that I had gotten. So this is actually the Bionic Commando case I had gotten a little while back, which I'm not going to take the time to get the stickers off of or anything because I don't really care about that. But I did pick up Sports Champions. And then finally, I picked this up. I've never played through an Elder Scrolls game. I tried playing Morrowind and got a little ways into it, but I was already a generation behind by the time I got to Morrowind, and I just didn't really want to play it. I mean, I put in some time, and it was just like, forget it. But I do own Morrowind for the Xbox, but I kind of skipped over this title here and moved on to the one after it, which is the one that everybody fawned over last year, which is Skyrim. But I went in and picked up Oblivion for the PS3. Elder Scrolls 4. Actually, I've started playing this, and I am playing it, but I'm only about 2 hours in or so. Just basically when you make it through the first part, and they're like, are you sure you want those stats and that designation and that birthstone and all this? And I'm like, yes. And so I just kind of walked out into the world, even though I've been playing it for about an hour or so. So I'm going to keep going with it, and we're going to see where we go from here. I haven't really played Skyrim. I did buy Skyrim for the 360, and I started to play it, but I got sidetracked, of course. I noticed some people are, Vidium had put up a video about your summer backlog challenge or something. I don't know who originated this idea, but it's about like picking 5 games that are in your backlog and finishing them over the summer. I don't know what you consider the summer. But I can't do that. I would get too frustrated. If I got too frustrated with the 5 games that I picked, I wouldn't want to keep playing it just so I could beat them. I mean, it's just the way I am. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to keep playing it. But I am enjoying Oblivion so far, and this was $5.99. It was $6, And like I said, it's complete, and it does have the map with it too, which at the pawn shop to have all the goodies is pretty nice. So the map. So that was cool. And then I picked up a couple Blu-rays. The Blu-rays are $5 a piece. I had seen this one up there once or twice and had let it slide, but this last time I decided to go ahead and pick it up. I still want to get the second in the trilogy, but this one is called, you probably know what it is, Mad Max. I want to get Road Warrior. I think they're releasing like a Blu-ray kind of trilogy set with Mad Max, Road Warrior, and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome later this month or next month, and it's going to be like a box set kind of trilogy thing for Blu-ray, and I think I'm going to wait and get it. But I got this for $5. It has the DVD version as well as the Blu-ray, which is cool. I have not watched Mad Max in a long time, and I haven't stuck this in yet, but I have seen it. And this other one I had seen, and I had actually had it on my computer downloaded, and I went ahead and bought the Blu-ray because I wanted the commentary and things like that. This is one of those movies that deals with time travel, but I think it was good. Some people are like, oh, the time travel didn't make sense, or the logic. Sometimes you just got to, suspend your disbelief and go with it. But it's the movie Looper with Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And like I said, they're all in good shape. They're all good quality discs. And $5. This one's still selling for $20 or $25 at like Walmart or Best Buy or whatever, and I got it for $5. So I was happy to pick that up. So that's what we got at the pawn shop the last time I was there, which I think was 2 weekends ago, Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, it was Memorial Day weekend, and then I went out. You probably see behind me. I bought this 32-inch LCD flat screen on Memorial Day, actually on the day, because they were having a bunch of sales and stuff. I think I got it for like $189 without the extended warranty plan and the tax involved. But I don't go in for those extended warranties. I bought one time for a car stereo, and it was the biggest waste because I ended up that car ended up the motor ended up catching fire. It was a recall. They were recalling the car, but I hadn't gotten a recall letter on it yet, and it was something to do with the ignition being something in the ignition being faulty, and it caused the engine to catch fire when I was at work. And the fire department had to come and put the car out and everything was all, the interior looked basically all right, but it was water and smoke damage, but the engine was melted. So I had pulled the stereo out of it and sent it back into the warranty and everything. I got it back, and it was like, you could tell it was like not the original one, like they had sent me a different one that they had also refurbed, and then they said that voided any extended warranty after that, so I would have to buy another warranty and all this shit, and it was like the biggest hassle for like a $200 stereo. I'd spent like $50 or $60 on this warranty. I mean, it was like ridiculous. So I mean, ever since then, anytime they try to sucker me with that extended warranty plan, maybe if it was on like a big ticket item like washer and dryer or something like that, I would. But on a $200 or $180 television, I'm like, yeah, forget it. And actually, that brings me to the next store I went to. I was at Kmart. I actually got the TV at Walmart. Well, let's go ahead and do the Walmart stuff. And while I was at Walmart, I went over and was looking in their Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff, and like I said, the Blu-rays, a lot of them, the ones that I can afford, the ones that I consider affordable, are movies I already have, and I'm like on DVD, and I'm like, well, I don't really care about that because I can stick them in my 360 or whatever, and it upscales them, and it's like I don't need to buy a Blu-ray version of Fight Club when I have the 2-disc Director's Edition Fight Club DVD, So I was looking, and I was like, I had that bug where you want to buy something to watch on your new TV. I originally had bought the first 2 seasons of this a while back with some Christmas money. Not this past Christmas, but I think what it was is I had gotten Christmas money not last year, but the year before, and I didn't use the gift card. It wasn't really money; it was a gift card. I didn't use it till like summer or late fall or early fall of last year. But I picked up the first 2 seasons of this show. So when I was over there and looking around, they were $15 a piece. But I went in and picked up seasons 3 and 4. There's still a season 5 that I don't have, but they still want like $30 or so for it. And I figured I'd wait for it to drop. But I went ahead and picked up the television show Fringe. This is season 3 here, and I think it's like 6 or 8 discs. I don't know. 6. This one's 6. Season 1 was 8, I think, but I think it's got more special features on it or whatever. But this was $15, and then I actually got season 4 as well, like I said. And what I like about these is they actually all look similar. They didn't make the cases look a lot different. Here's seasons 1 and 2 I already had. This is season 1. It's got one of those hologrammy things on the front. And season 2. I actually didn't make it all the way to season 5 watching the show on television. And I didn't give up on it for any particular reason. It's just the timing of when it was going to be on. And plus, at one point, I knew that they were going to finish the series. They said, well, we've got one more season and then we're done. And I just kind of was like, you know what? I can wait until that season's done and buy it on DVD and just watch them all at once. So I didn't really give up on it as much as I just kind of was like, well, I'll just wait until it's on DVD. And now it is, but I'm still waiting because I don't want to pay that price. But but they all kind of look similar. They all go together. And I think that's cool. I've got them backwards. It should be the other way. Actually, it reads fine this way. I was looking at it the wrong way. So, that's pretty cool. Like I said, I still want to get the 5th one. I'll get it on DVD. I'm not going to go Blu-ray on the final one. So those were $15 a piece. I thought that was reasonable considering I think I paid $25 or something for the other ones, and they had been out a while. And they were in like a double combo kind of value pack or something. But originally they were like $40 or $50 when they came out, so 15 was a good deal. And so anyway, I had went to Kmart as well looking at televisions and stuff, but then I had went over to the Walmart and ended up getting the television there and picking up those. But while I was at Kmart walking around and looking, I went back in their DVD section and was looking at their TVs and things like that. And I was walking around and I found 2 other little goodies. You may remember a couple videos back I picked up a video game for this animation series, and I said, well, I might have to check it out. I think this is the actual movie. I don't know if there is a regular series, like a seasonal series or whatever, but I think this is a movie that was made. It says director's cut on the front, but this was $5. It's Afro Samurai, the director's cut. This was brand new at Kmart, and this clear shield thing kind of comes off. And then the actual case is pretty cool. It's got like a magnet in here that holds it shut. You can kind of see it kind of shut there. There's a magnet in there, and then it's got some cool artwork. It kind of folds open and like this, and then it actually opens this way, and the book falls out and stuff. But it looks like this, which is pretty cool. And then it's got the discs in there, and then it actually came with a little comic book and stuff that fell on the floor. It came with a comic book and a little merchandise catalog. So that's kind of cool. And this is $5. I haven't watched it yet, of course. I'm like, I haven't watched this yet. I haven't watched that yet. Well, I did sit down and watch Looper with a commentary. And I did start playing the Oblivion game. And I did actually start playing this other game that I'm getting ready to show you as well. But I don't know. I'm not going to play it. But the thing is I'll explain it when I show it. Anyway, I know you love it when I sit here and waste your time putting this stuff back together. But I thought that was pretty sweet for $5. So if you want to check it out and you got a Kmart nearby, it might be $5 at your Kmart too. It wasn't like in a clearance bin or anything. It was with their other DVDs. So, and then this was actually over in their kind of they actually have some games like up by the counter when you're checking out at Kmart. There's some aisles, and then there's a rack that's got like some movies, and then right next to it's a rack with games on it that are value priced. This was a value price, and I decided to pick it up. I had actually seen this game, or had listened to him talk about it on the CADcast. I think Shipwreck or one of the guys was talking about it, and thought it might be cool to check out, and it was cheap enough. It was like, I think it was like $10.99 or something. It was brand new. But I picked up an exclusive for the PS3. It's Yakuza Dead Souls. This is supposed to be, I think it's in Japan. I'm trying to remember what city it is. But there's zombies, of course, taking over. And the Yakuzas there that are on the front. I don't know. I just played this one guy so far, so I don't know if you switch between the guys or what. Are going to kick ass and take names, I guess. But anyway, the thing I was going to say is when I started this, the install took like 10 minutes. I mean, it took like forever. And then after it installed, I started playing it, and I probably played it a further 20 minutes, and most of it was cinemas. You know, and it's like the first time you're playing it, you don't want to skip them, because it's like you want to know what the story is and stuff. But there were like 2 little cuts where I had to walk down a street with the character, and then there was one cut where some zombies had chased me into a subway, and it was locked off, and it was like a dead end, and I had to shoot like 4 or 5 zombies, and that was it. And I probably played it for like a half hour. So I mean, it was like mainly like watching a movie or something. So I think I dig it, but I want a little more action in my game. I want a little more game in my game. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's still installed. I don't usually keep a lot of games installed on the system if I'm not playing them. Right now, I have Oblivion installed, and I think God of War 3, and I might actually still have that Yakuza installed on the PS3. And I'm kind of ping-ponging back and forth between God of War 3 and Oblivion. So, those were my pickups. That was the pickups, except for this laser discs that I'm going to show you that I picked up at the flea market tonight. I know you guys are always laser disc happy. That's why I saved them for the end, so you could skip out if you didn't want to watch it. But, these are some decent titles. These are also movies that I don't have. Well, I think one of them I have on DVD, but the rest of them I don't. I'm trying not to buy redundant stuff anymore. Like if I have it on one format, I don't want to keep buying. It's like buying the same game for two different systems. I did that with Bionic Commando, and it's like, why did I need to do that? I didn't need to do it, but anyway, we'll get started here. First off, these were all $2 a piece. I'm gonna have to pick the little price sticker and stuff off the back, but I went and picked up, I think 6. The first one is Basic Instinct. Now, I've seen this once. It's not like a huge, like, oh my god, I gotta have Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct, oh my god. But it is one of her, like, breakout movies. This is supposed to have some director's commentary and stuff on the actual Laserdisc, so that's pretty cool. Michael Douglas looks really young there, and so does Sharon Stone, actually. I mean, but yeah, it was $2. I didn't have it, and sometimes you take what you can get. I kind of passed on a couple other. They had like Grease and Meatballs and trying to think, Friday, and there was another one like Urban Cowboy. And I've seen Urban Cowboy a couple times, but I just couldn't bring myself to buy it. And what's funny is I picked up I picked up 4 comedy movies, and I'm not even a big comedy movie guy. But you take what you can get sometimes, and plus, you'll see. I always say that, you'll see. You'll see. This is kind of a classic. Mel Brooks' History of the World, Part 1. This is $2 as well. Same story, giant silver disc. Plays like 30, 40 minutes aside, then you gotta switch it, that kind of thing. Real novelty item. Here's another one. I went and picked this up because I had picked up the second one a while back, and I thought, well, why not go ahead and get the first one? That is the movie Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen and who is that? Lloyd Bridges. I don't know who else is in it. Oh, it says right here on the back. Well, goddamn, the price stickers are. Oh well. But anyway, Hot Shots. I haven't seen that in forever. It's kind of like your Airplane, kind of slapsticky, kind of comedy type of deal. It's not really my type of movie. Like I said, usually I don't buy those types of movies on DVD. But on Laserdisc, and it was $2, and I like the cover art and stuff. I decided to go ahead and pick it up. This one I had on, I thought I had it on DVD. Maybe I did, and I gave it away. I mean, not gave it away, but like gave it to somebody and then never got it back. That is the movie Twister. I remember going and seeing Twister at the theater with my sister and my cousin. And it was a pretty packed theater when we went and saw it. And it was pretty good, I thought it was good. Especially for a movie about a natural disaster. But I like these paper sleeves a lot better than those bags. But Twister. None of these are like, jump. These two are probably my favorites. That's why I saved them for last. One of these I had, and one of these I didn't. This is a Christmas movie, but it is one of my favorites, like I said. And I do have it on DVD, but for $2, I couldn't pass it up. I decided to pick up the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on Laserdisc. And like I said, I just love the sleeve art. You got Eddie in the blue leisure suit there. And then this final one, I'd been wanting this actually for a while on DVD, but I just had never gotten around to picking it up. And when I saw it up there for $2, I've seen this movie probably a dozen or more times at least. And that is the movie, the Eddie Murphy classic, Coming to America. And I've seen, like I said, I've seen this a dozen or more times in my life, but this one's worth it. I mean, this one's funny. I would buy this, but like Hot Shots and you know, movies like that, like the Mel Brooks, that's not usually my thing. I mean, Spaceballs, okay, but it's like I'm not a big, huge Mel Brooks. And now Monty Python, would buy it. That's what I'm saying. It just depends. I'm just not a big, you know, cornball kind of comedy guy. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. I don't know. The camera could have freaking went off for all I know. I don't know if the battery was charged or not. No, it's still running. I'll let y'all go. I don't know when I'll be up on deck next. Like I said, with this new television, I'm hoping I'm not going to get a lot of scrolling in the picture, and I can shoot some 3DO stuff. I'd like to shoot a couple games, but particularly the Guardian War game, and it's a little bit one of the only like role-playing-esque kind of games that I've kind of come across on the system. And then I don't know, maybe do some other gameplay-ish things, but we're gonna see. So anyway, thanks for coming by. If you want to do your backlog summer challenge, go check out Vidium, his channel. I don't know if he came up with it or somebody else did, but I think it's just about declaring the fact that you're gonna beat these 5 games over the summer. And I can't do it because if I get frustrated with those 5 games, I wouldn't finish them. So there's no reason for you to pick them if I'm not going to finish it for sure. So I just go where the wind takes me. Like I said, I beat BioShock Infinite. I'm trying to think of what I had beaten before that. It might have been Dead Space 2 or Singularity, one of the two. No, it was Arkham Asylum. I've actually beaten more games, I think, in the last year than I had in a little while. I was beating about one every few weeks, which is pretty rare. So I know I'm jabberjawing. I'm going to let y'all go. Any and all new subs, hey, what's up? You can click on the sub button and hope I put up some content sometimes. But I try. I do. I just haven't felt like it recently. Had, like I said, some family stuff, and just, you know, it's kind of I don't know, I'm having an issue where I'm having to re-encode my video from the camera to take it into a movie editor. So I've been kind of lazy and just kind of bringing it into YouTube and using their video editor and stuff, and I don't think it looks as good and stuff, but you know, you do what you can do, I suppose. Signing off, folks. Thanks for coming by, and see you next video. It did have the instruction booklet, but we had a little mishap. I didn't notice till we got home. The instruction booklet had actually pulled loose through the staple. Through the staples pulled through the cover and pulled loose, and it kind of tore it a little bit, so it won't really go back together.
You have a kind of sick desperation in your laugh?